All right, so you just saw Amber Heard take the stand. She's about to be cross-examined by Johnny Depp's side. I want to bring in criminal defense attorney Josh Ritter, back also legal analyst Dr. Tracy Pearson. And Dr. Pearson, she's a counter plaintiff here, so it's really focused, that short piece of testimony, on the counterclaims, the Johnny Depp, Adam Waldman alleged defamatory statements. That's what the focus on was there.
And instead, she focused on what's happened since the trial started, and Johnny Depp has a right to litigate. What was really concerning to me was she bold-faced lied to the jury. She smirked and smiled all day yesterday. Whether you like her or not, she did, and she just told the jury she doesn't.
Well, that's the question right now, what the cross is going to look like, right, Dr. Pearson? So Johnny Depp's side has more time. They have more time on the clock than Amber Heard's side. What do you expect from this cross?
You know, I'm not exactly sure, because it was a lot of feelings and emotion, and I guess I would be focusing on the time period of these threats and trying to discredit that and strike that out, if you will, because it's what happened prior to the filing that's at issue.
That's an interesting point. And, you know, we're also thinking here, you know, how this is all going to wrap up and how the jury might decide this. So, Dr. Pearson, my understanding is you need these 7 jurors to be unanimous. And if they are not unanimous, and correct me if I'm wrong, this isn't the situation like you have a hung jury in a criminal case. It would just be that neither side wins. Am I understanding that correctly?
I believe so. Each jurisdiction is different, but I believe that's correct. It isn't a situation where it would be retried.
Do you think that could be the case here? I mean, this jury has so much to consider, so much evidence, and 2 competing claims. Johnny Depp's claim, Amber Heard's counterclaims. Do you find that there could be a situation where it would be really tough to get a unanimous jury?
You know, I don't know. Everyone is fatigued, and we talked about Johnny Depp appearing sort of a little bit tired and out of sorts. I think that everybody's tired. The jury is tired, and they've been together a long time. And so I think that it's possible that they could sit down and come to a unanimous verdict, you know, take a straw poll, see where they are, and focus on the evidence. I do think that this judge is particular, and I wouldn't be surprised if she gave them a charge if they came back unable to come to a unanimous verdict, that she gave them a charge to go back and see if they could. No, I don't know. I mean, they could be talking about timeframes. They could be talking about whether they can go into information like the TMZ situation, which I would have expected them to try to clean up, but they didn't. You know, I have honestly no idea what is taking so long.
Well, Dr. Pearson, let me ask you this. I don't know if this is a possibility. I don't know, but I'm just speculating. Could Johnny Depp say, hey, listen, we have so much time on our clock. We are going to give Amber Heard's side a little bit more time. We want them to question Amber Heard a little bit more, bring out more on this direct examination, so that then it gives us more opportunity to cross-examine her, right? Because there's limited in scope in what they can cross-examine her about right now, given what she testified to. But could they give some of their time over to Amber Heard's side?
They can do anything they want with the permission of the judge, but I wouldn't.
Yeah, and I also thought it was interesting, you know, we saw, Dr. Pearson, that it was Benjamin Rottenborn doing this quick questioning of Amber Heard, not Elaine Brederhoff, she was originally the one who questioned Amber Heard on the stand. I'm assuming Camille Vasquez is now going to do this cross, but why do you think they had the switch up there between attorneys on Heard's side?
Because Elaine can't ask a question in a very quick manner. They have very limited time.
Well, I mean, that. I have no response to that. I have no response to that.
You ask me, I give you honest answers.
Dr. Pearson, if there's anything I can say, you do give completely honest and genuine answers. And, you know, Dr. Pearson, we were hearing right now this about the counterclaims, and I want to talk about the legal aspect of these counterclaims. So I see it as 2 things. 1, were these statements in fact defamatory? And 2, could you apply these statements from Adam Waldman that were made in the Daily Mail into the media? Do you automatically impute those on Johnny Depp through an agent-principal relationship? Where do you stand on those 2 components of the counterclaim statements?
I have an issue with the agency. I start with that prong first. Do those statements equal, a claim against Johnny Depp? And I have issues with that based on Virginia case law, which the judge decided to I guess ignore. She decided to ignore it on the motion. So I don't believe that Johnny Depp can be held liable for the statements of his attorney based on an independent contractor principle. As far as the First Amendment's concerned, we look at the ACLU emails and we see that she wanted to include this information. And so, I think that by imputation that this was about Johnny Depp. And yeah, there was some stuff at the bottom that talked about VAWA and other sorts of legislative efforts. But, she was characterizing herself one way. When she settled her divorce case, withdrew her allegations of domestic violence, and issued a joint statement. So I don't know if these are really protected statements. But again, you have to really look at the evidence and the law. And I'm concerned about the judge deferring all of this to the jury. I just see these as legal issues.